In the struggle to survive, evolution has produced millions of creatures. Yet 99.9% of them are extinct. What killed off the seemingly impregnable mammoth? Why did lethal predators like the saber-tooth perish? What destroyed the giant Irish elk? This series investigates 6 remarkable animals and the causes of their extinction. Was nature or man to blame? Were they unfit or just unlucky? Is the history of life on Earth really the history of death?
Everyone remembers where they were when they watched Jurassic Park, but apparently that's becoming a reality. We just recently had one of the grandest reveals, possibly since sliced bread, possibly before pre-sliced bread. They recently announced that they came out with a new mouse species. By they, I mean Colossal. This name has been thrown around just the wildlife, nature community every now and then. It's thrown around every few years, where it's like, they're bringing back the mammoth. And when I heard about this when I was, in the 5th grade or something, I thought it was the most insane thing ever. They're going to be bringing back the dinosaurs. This is Jurassic Park. And I always thought those movies were pretty goofy. I think it's pretty well known now that dinosaurs are actually like weird bird things and not giant lizards, for the most part. And I feel like a lot of the science on that has been debunked. In Jurassic World, the mutant dinosaur that's not even real, known as the Indominus Rex, they're like, oh, we put in a chameleon DNA inside it, and now it can turn invincible. I mean, invisible, whatever. And I always thought that was a whole bunch of baloney. The chameleon, for one part, is a lizard. It's a tiny lizard. And the Indominus Rex is possibly this T-Rex replacement mutant thing with plot armor made with Velociraptor DNA. Velociraptors were the size of house cats. That was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous that these sci-fi films would even boggle the mind with these kinds of sciences. But now they're saying, Colossus, and by they I mean Colossus, they're saying that they put mammoth DNA in a mouse. And they made a mammoth mouse, known as the woolly mouse. The photos are everywhere. This is a real thing. This is not some Photoshop, Siren Head, Loch Ness Nessie propaganda thing. This is real, and it's just I don't know where we are at this point. You took DNA from a pachyderm and you put it inside of a rodent. Is this the Indominus Rex thing? Is it going to start killing people? Are we done for? What does this mean for? There's apparently been a lot of reports where Colossal is just getting non-stop emails asking if these are for sale. And not gonna lie, that was my first thought. Are these for sale? You know, these little gremlin things with absolutely fluffy fur. For those wondering, they're basically regular mice, other than they have really warm fur that would put them in cold environments like the Ice Age, you know? They're not like, I don't know, I just don't know. There's so much that I don't understand, and I don't think I'll begin to understand until they bring back the mammoth. I think this is, for one thing that I thought about, is that claims like this where the mammoth is going to come back. We've been hearing that since forever. They've been talking about bringing back the mammoth and the dodo and Jimmy Carter. Like, they've been talking about these things since forever. And now they kind of gotten their first step into doing this. I feel like this discovery that's gone viral, it's not even that big of a deal when you think about it. I mean, no, it's a huge deal. But not in the same sense that they brought back a freaking mammoth, you know? A creature that died out, 11,000 years ago? I think it's just insane that we can do this. Part of that, I think, is just how well preserved we've had these. I don't think that the dinosaurs are coming back anytime soon, just because how much older they are 6 million years ago versus 11,000 years ago. Correct me on the statistic if I'm wrong. I feel like the bringing back of this, showing that they can put mammoth DNA and clone it into a mouse, I feel like is the first stepping stone for real funding for Colossus to finally get its own. Sorry, Colossal. Is it? Have I been saying Colossus over Colossal? Is that? Have I been doing that? I don't. It's too late to go back. For Colossal to bring back the mammoth mouse, I feel like this is their first step into actually getting funding to bring back a mammoth, or a dodo, or something smaller, but it's still astounding. Anyway, I watched all episodes of this series called Extinct, and it's interesting. It's very interesting, actually. There's a lot I didn't know about. And honestly, it's a bit aged. Even for its time, I think that it is a bit aged with its CGI. And, documentaries don't get much funding, I understand. But when you compare it to, like, Prehistoric Planet, it does seem a bit dated. Even for the time, I think it's a bit dated. But I think it is so fascinating with what they do with, Maybe it's because I don't understand a lot of that stuff. I'm not bright on the Ice Age or dinosaurs. I always find that so fascinating, but I never know where to start when I'm researching that stuff. And I think there's always something to learn about that, where they're talking about the idea where the dodo was hunted to extinction, or it just was so inadequate that it couldn't survive. They're saying that it wasn't that. They're saying that people didn't even eat them that much. Like the Dutch explorers that went to the island, they killed the dodo and tried to eat it, and they thought that it sucked so bad that they just refused to eat that dodo. They refused to kill it. They didn't want it at all. And instead, the animals that they brought, such as pigs to Marititis, I think it's the name of the island, actually were the ones that killed out the dodo altogether. Also, dodo, for a fun fact, is Dutch for fat ass. So, they were pretty accurate. They had a very strange build. Anyway, Extinct, highly recommend as a series. It also goes over something very interesting, the Los Angeles La Brea tar pits, which, for those who don't know, La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles, it's a very amazing museum over here, but it's also an actual place. The tar pits were these giant pools of tar where they just dug out tons and tons of fossils. And a whole lot of the America's fossils come from La Brea just because of how much tar is in the general area. And this stuff, it just preserves the animals so well. I was hiking in Santa Clarita and I actually found all this all these tar pits just randomly hiking on a random desert trail in Santa Clarita. I don't think there were any fossils, but you can see like little random vats of tar just coming out of the desert. It was so weird. And you know how much America loves their oil. But part of that is how we got so much of our known knowledge comes from La Brea because of how well the tar pits, it would, a random saber tooth or a mammoth would get stuck in the tar and would preserve the bones for thousands and thousands of years. Anyway, I know nobody's interested, but I'm gonna put the Santa Clarita hike at the very end of the video just so that it's there. And it's uploaded on the channel. It's not at all related. So back in Santa Clarita for the first time in a long ass while. Jeez, I don't think I remember last time I was back here. I'm hearing a beehive. I don't know if you're hearing that. And the railroad crossing is kind of blocking it out. There's a beehive around here I'm not hearing. I don't plan to be sticking around too long. Oh, look at all the bees. Look at all the bees. Yeah, dude, the first time I got off the bus, I was like smelling that dusty smell. It's like weird to put a name on it, but yeah, it is like that deserty smell, Might just be the smoke because there's a bushfire going on, so that's fun. I might be heading straight into that soon.
Oh, good heavens. Well, one thing that hasn't changed since I've got here, the most random shit that ever is just like in the middle of the desert, dude. What?
Mr. White, this is art. This is art, Mr. White.
What freaking dust hobos are drinking Prime out in the desert? I don't understand. That on itself, it should be Logan Paul's campaign. I mean, like, you're out in the middle of the highway in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere, and then you're just drinking Prime for whatever reason, the $2 that you could afford with your banjo and your hacky sack on a stick. Couldn't be me. These flies, they're just all so relentless to me, dude. They won't stop harassing me. I'm like the closest thing of moisture out here in a long while. Jesus. Oh shoot, tree lizard. Go bother him, you dumb flies. Do your job, clean up these vermin. Thought I smelled something horrible. It's this skunk tree. I forget what the scientific name is, what the actual species name is. I'll put on iNature or something. But iNaturalist, what am I talking about? iNaturalist to figure out, because it's just this, I don't know if this is a like common thing for the UK or any other countries, but that tree stinks. You think that a skunk died and decided to become a redditor. I don't know. And exactly in that order too, because like you gotta be decomposing for a while before you get to redditor levels. It's one of those classic movie tropes, but a bunch of rocks just fell while I was walking, and I'm starting to think that there's something up there that I'm not supposed to be seeing. Oh, right there, duh. Look at this little dude. Oh my god, actually it's huge. Compared to the one that we caught in back in what, 2022, 2023? That giant western fence lizard that we caught. What was his name? Oh, Sarango. Jeez, how did I forget that? I was talking about it with Talon the other day. God, this heat is giving me amnesia, dude. We're gonna have to stop soon for electrolytes or something, man. I'm not feeling too good. Oh my god, it's like a neon spotted Sirocco, whatever we call them. Look at him. Hey buddy. I'll never forgive your mom for distracting me from this ginormous. Look at the size of that lizard, dude. Ugh, I can't see in there. Is that something at the end there? The giant lizard? Nah, it's a stick. My god, it is too hot. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is, this is my hometown, you know? Well, second to Redondo Beach and partly LA now, and a whole lot of other places. Thing is, as much as I hate to say it, a lot of this footage is, I don't hate to say it. I'm up in front about it. A lot of the footage is recycled, because I've walked this path 1,000 times, and it's a whole lot of unused footage. And I think we've mentioned tons of other videos that we recycle a good amount of our footage, because the animals aren't paid actors. See this dude? We didn't pay him, you know. Call us SAG-AFTRA. We didn't pay him. Oh, that's freaking unexpected. Look at this. There's an actual body of water out here, dude. What? I'm gonna tell you right now, this wasn't here. I remember it was all dried up, but I remember it was all dug out like there was supposed to be a river here. Can I touch him? I'm gonna touch him. Look at him. Wait, hang on. Look at that little tadpole out in the desert. Lord, if I brought my underwater camera, you could get a whole bunch of these. This was never here before. Look at all the tadpoles. Look at all those little black sperm specks. Those are tadpoles. Oh my God! Look at this dude. Wait, hang on. You see him? I don't know nothing about Cali frogs. But knowing my luck, that guy's poisonous as food. All right, well, let's eat him then. Come here. Oh, he swam! Look at him go! Hey, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, such joy. Oh, such a jovious boy. Ah! He went back in. Oh, Lord. All right, well, he's gonna hide for a while. No, he's back for more. Come here. Come here. No. Aye. I've seen these guys in Arizona too, which kind of gets me concerned because I remember there was hallucinogenic poisonous frogs in Arizona. So knowing that, they could be in here as well. Well, that's great. That's probably safe. What the hell is that? I have no idea what that is. We're gonna have to put that on our naturalist, dude. I have no idea what that is. Little tadpole. Can I touch him? I'm gonna touch him. Look at him. Wait, hang on. I don't know nothing about Cali frogs. But knowing my luck, that guy's poisonous as food. All right, well, let's eat him then. Come here. Oh, he swam! Look at him go! Hey, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, such joy. Oh, such a jovious boy. Ah! Wait, welcome to the Agents of Discovery mission location? What? Could this, what do you call a furry bird? A bird that's a furry? Rather a furry that has a bird as a persona. Anyway, Canyon View Loop, 19 miles. Okay. Oh, they have this little wooden lizard for decoration. Oh, he's real. Look at that. Come here. Flies out here are relentless, dude. But so am I. See anything? Pill bugs. Whole lot of nothing. Goodbye, Rock. Goodbye. We're not doing good. Oh, shoot. Look right there. That's a tarantula hawk. Shit. They got a mean ass thing, dude. It's a small one, but, you know, I've seen bigger, but it doesn't matter. Still exhibit a very painful sting. Get away from me. And this flies, I don't know if it's a tarantula hawk flying in my ear or it's a gnat. I never know. Known to sting tarantulas and lay eggs in them. I was actually trying to get footage of this guy. He's sun worshipping. He has his mouth is open while he's in direct sunlight. Busy spelunking your mom. Ooh. Oh Lord. I thought this was part of the fire, but actually it smells a whole lot like La Brea tar pits. This is a whole bunch of tar and oil, and I don't want to end up like those woolly mammoths did. Is this a natural oil spring? Careful. Oxygen bubbles coming out. It's natural. Ooh, it's getting stuck to my feet. All right, let's get out of here before we get stuck and preserved in Laboratories Museum. For all the non-Calis, all the non-Californians, La Brea tar pits. Actually, we'll have the monologue later. That's for all the non-Californians. The tar pits is a museum in California where they struck oil and a whole lot of tar. And basically how it goes is this stuff got a whole lot of different animals stuck in there. Woolly mammoths, prehistoric squirrels, giant sloths, a whole bunch of different. We used to have the American lion, camels as well, American camels, but they call yesterday's camels, all roaming throughout here. And they got stuck in this tar. And a good majority of those animals and fossils are found in California because the tar is so well preserving. And it's taught us a whole lot about how we know our natural landscape used to be. So all this stuff here, in a few million years, some bugs, maybe a coyote gets stuck in this crap. Maybe a wily gets stuck in this crap. It's really sticky. But this is going to be the stuff that preserves it. I mean, unless, you know, the American government gets their hands on it, then you know, we're all out of oil. What the heck is a kilometer? This deer, torn to shreds in his skull. It's still mid-rot, not gonna take that home. Too tired anyway, man. Damn, that's worth it. Man, look at that. All the people look little ants. Look at that. Maybe they are ants. Maybe this is all mirage.